4 minutes to the biggest deal of her life, and her billion-dollar sports car just died. Jillian slammed the steering wheel. No signal, no assistant, just silence and smoke on a dirt road. She kicked off her heels, heart pounding, and sprinted. To the nearest garage, sweat, dust, panic. Then a calm black mechanic looked up from under a hood. She made a desperate, sarcastic promise. "Fix it in 5 minutes and I'll marry you." He said nothing. But 4 minutes later, the engine purred and her world flipped. This is Billionaire laughed at the black mechanic. Then she apologized. Welcome, story lovers. From where are you watching? Hit the like button and drop your city name in the comments so we can see how far our story travels. Jillian Crest was more than a billionaire. She was a force. Known across boardrooms from New York to Tokyo, she was minutes away from closing. The deal of her career, a global merger worth over $1 billion. Her world was fast-paced, flawless, and fiercely controlled. She didn't tolerate delays, and certainly not breakdowns. So when her hand-stitched Italian sports car coughed to a halt on a dusty back road outside the city, it felt like the universe had made a mistake. No signal, no driver, no assistant. She was alone, stranded, and furious. A half-mile down the road, a tiny mechanic's shop appeared. Faded signage. A rusting roof. She stomped across the gravel lot in heels, unsuited for the terrain, barking orders before catching her breath. "I'm closing $1 billion deal in under 30 minutes, she said sharply. "Get it running, whatever it takes." She had no idea this encounter would change everything. Inside the small garage, the smell of oil and rubber hung thick in the air. A black man in his mid-30s, lean and steady, looked up from under a lifted truck. Grease covered his hands, sweat dampened his collar, but his calm didn't waver. He wiped his palms slowly, approached her car, and gave it one quick, assessing glance. "I can do it in 5 minutes, he said plainly, as if he were discussing the weather. She scoffed, annoyed by the setting, the heat, and everything. Then she laughed sarcastically, bitterly. "If you fix this in 5 minutes, I'll marry you." Her tone made it clear she didn't mean it. It was a joke, an insult wrapped in a dare. The mechanic didn't flinch. He simply nodded once, opened the hood, and got to work. Time ticked. 4 minutes. 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Suddenly, the engine purred to life. Flawless, smooth, perfect. She blinked, stared for a woman used to commanding the world. She was stunned, speechless. Without a word, she reached into her designer purse and handed him a sleek black business card embossed with her name in gold. "Come see me tomorrow morning," she said quietly. "I keep my word." Then she sped off toward the city, heart pounding, not from the race against time, but something else. Something unexpected. Humbling. That night she couldn't sleep. She made the deal. She won. But all she could think about was the man in the garage. The next morning, her private elevator opened to reveal the mechanic, clean shirt, pressed pants, standing tall in her gleaming downtown tower. Her staff stared. She didn't care. "I'm ready." "To keep my promise?" she said softly. But his eyes held no excitement, only quiet strength. "No, you're not," he replied. "Marriage isn't a prize for panic or pride. It's built on respect. And you didn't offer that?" Her chest tightened. Not from rejection, but realization. She had mocked him because of his work, his skin, and yet he had offered excellence without complaint. Dear audience, if you're enjoying this story, don't forget to give it a like. It really helps. Her voice trembled, softer than it had been in years. "I was rude, racist even. And I'm sorry." She reached into her purse again, not for a card, but a set of keys. The duplicate keys to her rare European coupe, one of only 5 in the country. "This isn't a reward," she said. "It's repayment. It's for your time, for your dignity, and for the grace I didn't deserve." He nodded, said little, and walked out with calm pride. But she was the one forever changed. For the first time, Jillian Crest saw the line between wealth and worth, and she knew which one truly mattered. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel for more powerful stories and new videos.